Hi, welcome to TJ Marine, the channel where I buy old boats and bring them back to life. This is a Scarab 2300 that I've owned for about 3 years now. If you've been watching my cruise craft Reef Ranger, I put it online and I was absolutely inundated with inquiries. I had over 50 inquiries in the first 12 hours, and the next morning after I listed it, the first guy that came to see it, he bought it, had cash on the hip and drove away with it. Incredible the amount of response that I got to it. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic, people can't travel overseas, so they're all buying boats. I don't know what the reason was, but I've never had that much interest in a boat before. And then, after I sold the cruise craft Reef Ranger, I got looking on Gumtree and I found a Bertram 20, which I bought. It needs a lot of work, the floor's all rotten and it just hasn't been touched. The motor's not even in it. So it's going to need a lot of work, but it's going to come up real nice. I'm really excited to get started on that. So subscribe if you want to see what I do with that. And this is the Scarab 2300. I've had it for about 3 years now and it's been a great boat. For the first 3 years that I had it, I never had any issues. I used to use it twice a week, take it out fishing out on the reefs out wide. Spent heaps of days with my wife parked up at the beach. It's been an awesome boat. But then this year, a few little gremlins started cropping up. I've had the leg totally rebuilt and the exhaust manifolds have been done. So a bit of mechanical issues, but now it's all sorted, running beautifully, and can't wait to have a bit more fun in it. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you what I've done on the boat so far, and then I'll take it out on the water and show you how she runs. She's awesome fun. That V8 engine, love the sound of it. Heaps of power, fast boat, and being a deep hull, it's awesome the way that it turns. It just leans right over when it turns. Awesome fun, great fun boat. So yeah, let's have a look at the boat and see what's going on. Okay, so first things first, I took off the old stickers and put some nice new stickers on. The gel coat was really tired, so that was all machine polished, came up beautiful. I have put new clears and bimini cover on the boat. It didn't even have one when I first bought it. It didn't even have bimini covers at all. They'd long ripped off and gone rotten. The trailer, it's got the hydraulic air brakes. So I replaced the brake controller. That wasn't cheap. All the regular maintenance stuff as well, like the bearings and that kind of stuff. I've repainted the leg and the trim tabs, made it look a little bit nicer. That's about all from the outside. So I'll hop on board and show you the inside. So yeah, we're up inside the cabin now. The first thing I did was recover the old cushions here. They were all totally ripped and molded. They were disgusting. And I've also redone the floor. Put new carpet in, and so I had to replace the floor. But before that, what actually happened was I was out on the boat one day on Botany Bay, and it was pretty choppy, probably blowing about 15 knots. And this hull, it cuts through waves, no worries. So I cut through was cutting through the waves, bashing through the waves, got to the other side of Botany Bay in Sydney and anchored up, went to have a fish, and then I noticed the bilge pump was going crazy, water pumping overboard. So I opened up the engine cover, I looked inside, evidently we were sinking. So fired the V8 back up. Luckily I had the sea behind me on the way back, so raced back to the ramp at about 40 knots and pulled it out of the water, and the hull had cracked. And the reason the hull had cracked is the stringers were completely rotten. So that was what prompted me to get the soft floor done, the stringers done. That was a major job. I had it done by a shipwright. It's not the kind of thing I'd probably be able to do myself. So I got in the shipwright and he replaced all the stringers, replaced the floor, put new carpet in, and then he did all the reupholstery. The radar arch didn't even have any covering. It was all bare. It looked absolutely horrible. So we put new upholstery everywhere through the boat, reupholstered the back couch, reupholstered the radar arch, new carpet, new floor, new stringers. The only thing that didn't really need to be done was the cabin. I mean, the cabin, pretty much like nobody's ever been in there. It's still like brand new condition. So that's pretty much everything that I've done. So now let's get out on the water and see how she runs. Well, that was my Scarab 2300. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see what I do with the Bertram 20 that I picked up. And if you could like the video and maybe share it, that'd be really great. Thanks again.